Hello everyone, welcome to this brand new webisode of Political Peaks. I'm your host, Diego Romo. There was so much happening in the world of politics this week, especially on a national level, and I highly recommend learning more if you're not up to speed with everything that's happening over in Washington, D.C. But we're going to keep things focused on a more local level today. We begin with an update on the city's affordable housing goal as we get a look into Woodside Phase 1. Let's get right into it. The Park City Council has made affordable housing within the community one of its top priorities. The fact that so many of the city's service industry workers have to live outside of Park City not only contributes to the major traffic issues we see around town, but many also believe that it deteriorates the close-knit community that makes Park City such an appealing place to call home. Earlier this week, City Council held an event up at the Park City Library to showcase some of the municipal works projects that the City Council is focusing on, with affordable housing projects understandably commanding the majority of the attention. And earlier this month, the city held an open house at its newest round of affordable homes, Woodside Phase 1. I spoke with Councilman Tim Henney to learn more about the project.
Well, it's been underway and in process from the very beginning, about 3 years, and it took at least a year longer than we probably had hoped for and maybe expected in the very beginning, but that's the way these things go. It went through full process, and then construction, you always run into issues that you don't anticipate. But 3 years, and we're finally here, and we're going to pull some lucky names out of a barrel, and we'll have probably a lottery. I'm not sure how that's going to happen yet. We haven't made that final determination, but we're right here. We're ready to go. They're all done. The punch lists are complete, and it feels absolutely fantastic from a community standpoint and from an elected official of the community. We've been asked long ago as elected officials to address what the community feels is a crisis in affordable housing. The private sector will not build anything below $1 million. We've all seen it. Every parcel that's developed by the private sector is $1 million plus, and it should be. That's what capitalism that's the equation that will always work in a place where there's scarce land, and there's a lot of money chasing that scarce land. So I'm not being critical of the system. That's just what you get with that system. So if we're going to have housing for community members who cannot afford $1 million, $2 million properties, and remember the median price of a home in Park City right now is $2.1 million, and the average price is $2.8 million. So if you're going to have people who come here with families and make what I would consider to be a high income and maybe a normal income of between $100,000 and $200,000, and we're even targeting people below $100,000, then somebody's got to provide that housing, and the community has asked for that crisis to be addressed, and we have taken an active role in what I would say repurposing land from private sector development to community development, and this is a prime example of exactly what that looks like, and I am thrilled.
Next, we hear from affordable housing recipient and Park City resident Mary Krista Smith about why building more affordable housing units is crucial to Park City's success.
Well, for me personally, it's an opportunity to live in town in this community that I love and have been a part of for 29 years. And otherwise, it would have been completely impossible for me to afford to live in town. So on a personal note, it helps me live where I love and love where I live. On a professional note, what we know from a prevention standpoint is that when young people feel connected to their neighbors, when you have a consistent neighborhood of folks who are engaged in the community, that people are healthier, they're happier, they're more connected, and that when communities are filled with second homes and there's no one home, it has major mental health impacts on our kids. So it benefits me personally, but also the broader community.
If you want more information on the city's affordable housing projects, head over to the Departments tab on parkcity.org and click Find Affordable Housing. And now time for a quick story out of the Salt Lake Valley. Utah could become the next state in the U.S. to ban conversion therapy on minors, as the state's Division of Occupational and Professional Licensing weighs a rule change that would ban state-licensed mental health professionals from using conversion-style therapy tactics on LGBTQ youth. 18 other states around the country have already banned the practice, and many LGBTQ and youth advocates within the state say it's time for Utah to follow their lead. We'll be sure to keep you updated on this story as it develops. That's it for us today here on Political Peaks. I really hope you enjoyed today's coverage. As always, follow us on all of our social media at Park City TV and head over to parkcity.tv to check out the brand new Park City television blog. We'll have all new episodes of Peak Bites and Political Peaks dropping next week, so until then, have a great week, and I'll see you on Sunday.